Going somewhere?
Elijah.
Come, we mustn't linger. Get you someplace safe.
He ordered a wolf hunt as some jacked-up peace offering to Marcel's crew.
Do we look like a bloody vampire rescue squad? I think you should be grateful we came to save you.
You want to help me? Help my people. Please.
Humans have called a meeting. Look, it's your show now. But you want to know how I built what I built? Politics. A little diplomacy goes a long way, especially with the human faction.
Davina. She's a powerful weapon. At this point, I'd like to keep her close at hand.
She can't leave the attic. I already tried to move her once.
Turns out your little witch is quite the actress. She made a deal with Elijah while he was in captivity, tricked you into letting her stay put in exchange for some spells from our mother's grimoire.
Is that all?
I do believe it is.
Appreciate the honesty. Meeting's in an hour.
Elijah and Rebekah sneaked into the camp, intending to rescue Haley. However, Haley asked them to go to the river mouth to help her family, not wanting them to be slaughtered by the vampires. Klaus kept staring at the old photograph, ignoring words about dealing with humans.
Thank you for coming, and we thought it was time to make the appropriate introductions.
We want to be sure you understand how things work around here.
Is that so?
What the mayor means is that we just want some assurance that this new development isn't going to endanger our city or its inhabitants.
As long as our pockets stay full, we won't have a problem.
History has proven that we can coexist peacefully.
You answer to us.
Okay. Here are my terms. You will take whatever scraps I see fit to leave you, and you will be grateful. If that doesn't suit you, I may decide you've outlived your usefulness. I think I was far more gracious than they deserved. They're disappointed by my lack of diplomacy.
Mr. Mikaelson, just want to let you know the faction's considered your terms. We've reached a decision.
Have you?
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
This is on you. Now that you're in charge, those are your guys laying dead. You're gonna run this city, that better mean something to you. Otherwise, no one worth a damn is gonna follow you. No one.
I was beginning to worry about you. I mean, clearly, I underestimated the faction. That won't happen again. But tell me, now that they have come into our home, visited this upon our people, how would you counsel me to respond?
Let's go kill them all.
In the church, Klaus held a secret meeting with New Orleans human officials under the arrangement of Father Kieran, the intermediary. The 1,000-year-old original had no mercy for the insignificant humans before him and completely rejected the previous non-aggression pact. This was unacceptable to the always arrogant human officials who launched an attack on a vampire bar, resulting in the deaths of several vampires.
This Klaus Mikaelson? I don't care who he is or what the rumors say. He needed to be taught a lesson.
You are going to start a war.
I'd like to see them try.
It appears I made a grave error during our earlier conference. I won't be making that mistake again. Marcel! Shall we?
After you.
Lone survivor. What am I going to do with you?
I've known Kieran for a long time. He's smart and he's fair. Not to mention he's Cammy's uncle.
Very well.
Do you expect me to remake the mayor?
Well, surely there's a deputy mayor. Choose new leaders. Then we reopen negotiations. This act of yours, the imitation of friendship. Don't get me wrong, you play the part well enough. I should know, having played it myself.
When I picked up that coin, I swore loyalty, Klaus, not friendship.
Fair enough. Then you should probably know the whole story. If I didn't agree to usurp your power, the witches swore to kill my unborn child. I will not do to my child what was done to me. To us.
All this, the spying, the manipulation, that's just something you were forced into. Is that it?
I was jealous. The empire you had created on your own without me. I saw it, and I wanted it.
I didn't do it on my own. You're the one who taught me that a man can't be defined by anyone but himself. So, what now?
Rule with me. Side by side, as equals, friends. brothers. Klaus was ruthless in his methods, yet he deeply envied Marcel. He had witnessed firsthand how this powerful empire had risen from the ground without his help. However, Marcel told him that wasn't the case. It was Klaus's inspiration that had enabled him to achieve such greatness. In that moment, the tension between the two brothers dissolved, and their previous conflicts faded away. Seizing the opportunity, Klaus extended an olive branch. Instead of being at odds, he proposed that they ruled the vampire empire together as equals, as brothers.
Brothers or bitter enemies? That's the question at the heart of Klaus and Marcel's story in the originals. And honestly, the answer is both. Their bond was never simple. It was twisted, layered, constantly shifting between loyalty and rivalry. And it's that tension, the push and pull of love and betrayal, that made the relationship one of the most compelling in the Vampire Diaries universe. So let's dive deep. Let's talk about how Klaus Mikaelson, the feared hybrid, the original, with a heart buried under centuries of rage, took in a fatherless boy and raised him as his own. And how that boy, Marcel Gerard, grew into a man powerful enough to challenge his own maker. When Klaus first met Marcel, he wasn't Marcel. He was a nameless child, a boy caught in the brutal machinery of slavery in New Orleans. Klaus frees him, gives him a name, Marcellus, meaning little warrior. That act alone sets the stage. Klaus steps into the role of rescuer, father, mentor. But here's the catch. From the beginning, Klaus is projecting. He sees himself in Marcel, another child who grew up abused, powerless, desperate for love and recognition. Klaus's own father, Mikael, never gave him that. So Klaus does what so many broken men do. He tries to rewrite his own story through someone else. It's almost biblical, right? Like Abraham and Isaac. Or even more fitting, like Zeus raising young heroes in Greek myth, but never letting them surpass the gods. Klaus gives Marcel everything: safety, knowledge, power. But does he ever truly see him as equal? That's the tragedy. Let's be honest, Klaus isn't exactly Dad of the Year. He's volatile, insecure, quick to lash out. His love is real, but it's also controlling. And Marcel feels that, even as a child. When Klaus turns him into a vampire, it's framed as a gift. Immortality, strength, freedom. But it's also a tether. Klaus is saying, "You'll never leave me. You'll never outgrow me." It's a classic move of toxic parents or partners, disguising chains as gifts. Psychologists might call this trauma bonding. The same person who saves you also hurts you. You're caught in a cycle where love and pain are inseparable. Marcel loves Klaus, but he also resents him. And those feelings simmer for decades. Fast forward, and Marcel isn't a child anymore. He's a leader. He's built an empire in New Orleans, ruling the supernatural community with charm, strategy, and charisma. He's everything Klaus isn't: loved, admired, chosen. And that's where things explode. Klaus cannot stand being outshone. Think about it, Klaus spent his whole life in his siblings' shadows. Elijah, the noble one. Rebekah, the beloved one. Always Klaus, the outcast. And then his protege, his son, becomes the king of New Orleans. That's a mirror Klaus can't bear to look at. It's Shakespearean. Literally. Think about King Lear, an aging king, betrayed by those he raised. Or Othello, where trust and jealousy spiral into tragedy. Klaus and Marcel are locked in that same cycle: love, mistrust, betrayal, repeat. Some of their most explosive clashes come from broken trust. Remember when Klaus daggered Rebekah for conspiring with Marcel? That wasn't just sibling drama, it was a direct attack on Marcel too. Klaus was saying, "You will never take what's mine." Or later, when Marcel uses the serum and becomes the upgraded original, powerful enough to kill Klaus, that wasn't just rebellion. That was a son standing up to a father. That was an echo of Greek tragedy, like Oedipus defying the father figure who raised him. Every betrayal between them feels personal, because it is personal. They're not just fighting over New Orleans. They're fighting over love, over recognition, over the right to define themselves. What's fascinating is that, even at their worst, Klaus and Marcel can never fully let go of each other. Klaus may rage, Marcel may rebel, but underneath it all, there's a bond that neither can destroy. It's that paradox the Romans called amor et odium, love and hate intertwined. Writers from Seneca to Shakespeare to modern psychologists have noted how the strongest bonds often contain both. Klaus and Marcel embody that truth. And maybe that's why their story resonates so deeply with fans. Because haven't we all known relationships like this? A parent, a friend, even a lover. Someone who lifts you up but also tears you down. Someone you can't quite quit no matter the scars. Toward the end of the originals, we see glimpses of something softer. Klaus, in his final acts, tries to do right by Hope. And in doing so, he circles back to Marcel. Because if Klaus's legacy is about family, Marcel is part of that family, whether Klaus admits it or not. Marcel, for his part, carries Klaus with him too. He can't erase him. He doesn't want to. Love that deep doesn't vanish, it transforms. In literature, this is called a dialectic. Two forces clashing until something new emerges. Klaus and Marcel are enemies. They're brothers. They're brothers. They're father and son. And in the end, their bond is bigger than any single label. So why do we keep coming back to Klaus and Marcel? Because their relationship captures the eternal human struggle between power and love, between needing to be seen and fearing being overshadowed, between wanting independence and craving connection. It's myth. It's myth. It's history. It's every toxic father-son story ever told. And it's also deeply modern, reflecting the messy, complicated relationships we see in real life. And that's why, even years after the originals ended, fans still debate, were Klaus and Marcel truly brothers? Or were they doomed enemies from the start? Maybe the real answer is that they were both, and that's what makes them unforgettable.